As is very typical of all very good things, there's always a story behind a story. And the backstory behind the fellowships program and how it almost didn't take off the ground and it almost never took flight, it starts with two people. And those two people are Saby and Rosi Behar.
Saby, Rosi, I'll be honest, the two of you remind me of the two of us. For example, anytime someone calls me and says, I got a really, really important question for you, I say, hold on a second. And I'd say exactly what Saby would say. You need to talk to my wife.
And like Rosi, when someone asks me an important question, I usually say whatever's on my mind, which is like Rosi.
But seriously speaking, Saby, Rosi, the reason why you remind us of Adina and myself is because you're a team. You're partners. Not only have you built a beautiful, beautiful Jewish family together that we see right here, that we got to celebrate by Saby J's beautiful upsharing, but together you are building and investing in your collective Jewish family. Adina and I consider you dear, dear friends. We consider you mentors. We consider you role models. Right now, we would like to share a story that I feel sheds a little bit of light on exactly who Saby and Rosi are. True, true, true visionaries. Two individuals that don't ever say to themselves what is. They always say what can be.
So here's what happened. 3 years ago, we tested the YEHUDI Fellowships program with a pilot trip. There were only 17 participants, and Andrew was one of those participants. It was a very special group. The group solidified and became very close friends quickly. After 10 weeks of learning with them, my husband and I prepared to take our trip to Costa Rica with them, and my husband came up with a very crazy idea, and he decided he was going to invite Saby and Rosi to come with us to La Fortuna and stay with us for Shabbos. We honestly thought that they would decline. But when my husband called Saby, he said, let me ask my wife. But when I called Rosi, she said, let me pack my bags. And they met us there.
Do you remember the Shabbos?
Yes.
That Shabbos, middle of nowhere. It's Shabbos morning, so your Jewish trip with 17 incredible, wonderful students, you got to do what a Jewish trip does. You got to go to synagogue. There's no synagogues in the middle of nowhere. So we find this room, and we turned it into a makeshift synagogue. It was beautiful, because you could see the landscape, the Aronel volcano in the distance. We managed to get a Sefer Torah, and Shabbat morning, we have the opportunity to read from the Torah. And when you read from the Torah, you call individuals up to have an aliyah. Who do you call? You could choose the guy closest, the guy the smartest, the guy the most handsome. We would have called Saby in that case. We figure, we work with millennials all the time. When you work with millennials, you got to talk the millennial language. They like things fast and exciting, as you might notice, the millennial language all around you. I get up there and we say the following. The first aliyah, it's going to go to the highest bidder. Do I hear $5, $10, $10? Do I hear $10, $15, $20? We start bidding them off. And I say, there's one deal here. Whatever money you bid, not only are you showing great honor for the Torah, not only did we feel that we have an opportunity to teach what tzedakah, what charity is all about, because we said to them, the money that you bid goes to the charity of your choice. No matter how much, how little, it's the charity of your choice.
But there was a problem because the students in there, if you remember Andrew, they were not used to doing charity in such an open forum, and it was slow, and it was awkward, and it was embarrassing, and it didn't work as we planned. So I think we were about maybe halfway through the Torah reading when we might have raised $53 from 3 people, and that was it.
Well, it did start getting better. There was one guy, Johan. he's a bodybuilder. He's like a personal trainer. And he says, I'll take the next aliyah 10 times chai. Now we're talking 10 times chai, $180. And I could see from the corner of my eye, Saby and Rosi, they're with each other. I knew something's up. Rosi turns to the fellow and says, 10 times chai? The true Latin form. That's all you can do? Give it a little more. Johan is a French fellow. He's like, what? What? Come on, a little more. 10 times chai. And I'm really feeling uncomfortable. I said, 10 times chai, going once, going twice. Rosi turns to him and says, I'll match you. Times 10. I'll match you, what you do, and what any student in this room pledges to tzedakah today, I will match times 10.
And that's the point when the room exploded. And here we are in this isolated little resort in the heart of Costa Rica, and 17 souls went ablaze. It was such a magical experience. There were, I would say, numbers flying across the entire room. One person came up with a number, and then the person next to them said, come on, she's matching everything. If you say 50, go to 60, go to 100. And they were bidding each other out. They knew they wanted to maximize this opportunity, and they knew that this was the moment. They took on the Saby and Rosi Tzedakah Challenge. It was magical.
Truly magical. Saby and Rosi, they came to Costa Rica as YEHUDI supporters. That moment, they became YEHUDI teachers, YEHUDI inspirers, inspiring the next generation. And that's what Saby and Rosi stand for, sitting in the back as they do, and leading by example, showing the next generation by example what it means to be a Jewish leader. We're here at the Leadership Gala. These are true leaders. Saby and Rosi are true leaders. Although the deal was you could give the charity to any cause of your choice, we're very appreciative that they decided to give that to YEHUDI. And the money raised right there on that Shabbat, right at the foot of this beautiful volcano of Mount Harnell, that money funded the next YEHUDI Fellowship 10-week intensive learning program and trip to Poland. What started as a pilot trip, maybe we'll do this, maybe we won't, with Andrew and 16 others. What's going to happen with this program? Will it take off the ground? Saby and Rosi ensured that it will not only take off the ground and not only have the next program, but a next trip, and a next program, and the next one. Fast forward 3.5 years. The YEHUDI Fellowships program, which caught on fire because of these two individuals right here, has gone statewide. It's now in every YEHUDI location across the state. There are 4 programs a year. The people that come on this program are the best of the best because there's hundreds of applicants, and YEHUDI chooses the best. The graduates are the best of the best. The graduates are individuals such as Ashley Scary. The graduates are individuals such as Andrew Hecht. The graduates are individuals such as Jocelyn and hundreds of others. Since that trip, 3.5 years ago, to date, there are over 250 YEHUDI Fellowship graduates.
YEHUDI was built on the shoulders of 2 individuals who love the Jewish people very much. YEHUDI was built on the shoulders of 2 people who we love very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a crazy, warm welcome to tonight's guests of honor. Give it up to Saby and Rosi and Behar.
I'm sorry, but I don't kiss.
Oh, okay. Come on, I'll go last.
We love you, Saby.
Thank you very much. Very kind.
Here, Saby, stand on this side. I present Saby and Rosi with the YEHUDI Inaugural Leadership Gala Guest of Honor Award. And I'll read the inscription to you. Saby and Rosi Behar, you bring to life the words of the Talmud, to be amongst the students of Aaron, loving peace and pursuing peace, loving people and bringing them closer to the Torah. We love you, Saby.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Adina. Rosi and I would like to thank you, who really, together with the staff, do the heavy lifting and do an extraordinary job, and we've seen it. I'd like to thank my family, my mother, my brother and sister, my children, and all my friends who have come here, who I know they didn't need another dinner, and they're here, and I sincerely appreciate your being here in this very special honor to us. We love you guys, we love YEHUDI, and we love you because you're doing extraordinary work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everything is fine.
What?
Thank you very much.